If you don't get me a fucking drink in 2 minutes,
yeah,
I'll blow this place up. Or I'll leave politely, which is what I did. Yeah. Well, we're seriously mentally ill, so I think that has something to do with that.
That used to happen a lot at at Laughing Buddha, the mic.
Oh yeah.
They put a mirror up at some point right in front of the like on the wall facing the comic.
Yes.
And it was just like the most distracting thing ever.
It was really weird, yeah.
Like watching myself bomb.
Totally. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Which I already do. When I am bombing, it's like I take myself out and I'm looking down at myself.
Yeah. Like
just different angles.
Totally.
You know?
It's like a
you gotta see a bomb
experience.
from every angle.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking TV was on. You know when you like put a bird in front of a mirror and it's like, ah!
Yeah.
That was us. That was us. It's like, who's that bird?
I know.
It was like very much beyond like a, hey, can you turn this off? It was like a deep,
it was like
primal
dude,
reaction.
we need that off.
We looked up and we were like, oh no, I don't want to see women in their 30s on TV. What the fuck?
2 women in their 30s, 2
On
4's
TV,
drinking
2 4's?
beers. That's one of our comments from you, dude.
If we ever start another podcast for some reason, it has to be called 2 4's drinking beers. 2 4's drinking beers. That's the pod.
And we'll have a third one called Animal Metal, which we realized
That's
captures
right.
the entire pod.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, better than Motorcycle
I know.
Horse.
All we do is talk about corn and bugs.
And
Corn
pod
the band.
names, yeah.
Corn with a K.
Yeah.
And what? What was the
Pod names.
pod? Yeah.
We're always like, dang it, we should have called it this.
I know. 2 4's drinking beers. God, 2 4's drinking beers is so funny. Thank you so much to whoever commented that on that clip that we posted.
Yeah,
5
I wonder
years
if he
ago.
ever came back. We should check. We should check where our haters are.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ellie?
Regular.
Yep.
Horrible.
Do you want to talk about it or not? The show.
Let's talk about the show after we do the intro because I
Okay.
have so much to fucking say about it.
Yeah. Welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Well
Podcast for how stupid we all are. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Brittany's Cardwell on Instagram.
I'm Allie O'Neill. You can find me on Instagram at It's Allie O'Neill. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. You know, you get it. Tell your friends. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. Can you tell I've got a little bit of a sinus issue going on right now?
I actually can't.
You can't? Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
You know when
think
you
so.
talk, you can feel it so much, like it exaggerates what you hear.
Yeah. It like echoes through your head weird because you're all blocked up. Yeah, I can't really tell.
I feel like I sound like, nope. Guess I can't do a sinus impression. I was like, Brittany, you can do it. I thought about it for a few seconds.
You sound like this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's my impression of Dave.
And Bart Simpson.
I'll put his glasses on. I'll be like, do you still like me?
That's so good.
God. And he's like, am I like that? And I'm like, yeah.
What the hell? Oh, I thought I deleted my stupid stories list that has like 1,000 notes in it.
Oh, shit.
Most of them are useless.
I have a stupid stories list as well, but it is like probably 20 different notes in my notes app, all strewed throughout that each have 2 stories in it.
Yeah.
Over 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
And like we were talking about how our stupid stories list, it'll have random stuff in it too. I have a bunch of ideas for gifts for Dwayne for Christmas.
Yeah. Dude, Dave has that for me as well.
Yeah. They're right at the top this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You just
I don't know
thought
why
of a new
I left
idea
them there.
recently?
No, they're just at the top.
Oh, they're just always at the top? Oh, shit.
I think I just keep updating it under. I'm very messy. My notes are crazy.
It doesn't sound like your notes are crazy, to be completely honest. I mean, I'm sure.
Allie,
Brittany,
you have no idea.
You have no fucking idea. You have no idea who you're messing with. You should
I
see
don't think you know how messy my mind is.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's messier than yours, but I think
totally.
it's pretty.
I'm sure it's messier than I think.
bad in there.
I'm sure it's messier than I think.
And it comes out in these things.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's messier than I think.
It's just strewn all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I just can't comprehend the idea. Strewn. Oh, I should also talk about this. The last time I was here, Last time we were in studio, Valentine's Day, 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately after I left, I got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we have
That's right.
2 events.
2 events.
Leaving the pod studio, robbed. Leaving
Robbed.
the pod studio, hit by a car.
Not immediately after the pod studio.
Always with someone else.
Always with
You're
somebody else.
Dave.
Yes. And like, we went to dinner for Valentine's
This place
Day.
is cursed.
And we
it's
were
the
going to-
Bone Museum.
I know, dude. It's all the
Let's throw
bones
them
in
under
here.
the bus. No, we're supposed to promote them. But
all
there
the
are
fucking
pieces of
bones
dead
in
bodies
here.
in here too. So
Oh my god.
I
That's
think
why
we're cursed.
terrible juju, dude. But just kidding. We love you, Bone Museum. You're definitely not cursed, we think. But
Let us
was
promo for you, and that'll counteract the curse or the. I don't know. That'll make up for it somehow.
everybody's gonna be like, "There's a Bone Museum."
We're just bribing them, but I don't even know how to say the bribe.
I know. Yeah.
I'm like,
totally.
just give us something and we'll be nice.
Yeah, I know. And then we're like, "This place is haunted." But me and Dave got hit by a car on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, fucking insane. The car hit us, and it ran over Dave's foot, and we both like fell back because it hit us so hard. Like if we were one step ahead, we would have like gotten hurt. Like hurt.
Yeah.
Neither of us are like really seriously injured, but I fell back on both my elbows, and both of my elbows had huge like softball sized.
They looked
like
crazy.
bruises on them. Yeah. And I had a huge bruise like right here that was like probably like the size of a Sacagawea coin. And and
Man, it's too bad those coins aren't like as frequent now.
I know. I remember getting them by accident,
Yeah.
like as change, and you'd be like, "Oh fuck!"
I know, it's so
Sacagawea
exciting.
Coin, $1
And a $2 bill.
Yeah.
From my grandpa.
There would
He
always
was
be, like-
giving out $2 bills.
Dude, there would always be like one. Yes, there would always be one kid who had like a bunch of Sacagawea coins,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Damn, you have $50 here," and they're like, "Yeah, but I can't get
Man.
rid of them. They're Sacagawea coins."
Even like a 50-cent coin is pretty rare.
totally, yeah.
Man, those
Who's
were
on
fun.
that?
I forget.
JFK.
That's
JFK?
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Whoa,
Definitely, because I was like, it's a really young guy.
Oh
young
yeah,
looking guy.
totally.
Yeah.
Wow, damn, Maxim, fucking nerd.
I had one when I was like 4. So
Did you guys? Yeah, and I used to just look at all my coins constantly, and I'd be like, this one is 1966.
Yeah,
This one is this one's 2000.
remember getting
Who
every state
cares?
quarter?
I'd get mad about my recent coins. I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
who cares?
you're like 2018.
I was always
fuck
throwing those
this.
in a corner. Yeah.
Totally, dude. And remember the like all 50 states
Yes.
like
State
quarter
collection
thing.
coins.
That is like the most classic white trash thing to do is for somebody's grandson to steal that and get drugs with the money. Like that's happened in my family before.
That's not much money at all.
It's 50 quarters.
Yeah. I can't even calculate
More than
that off the
nothing,
top of my
dude.
head. I used to be good at math.
Yeah, but also, okay, hold on. 50 divided by
Uh-oh, this is,
425.
not
It's
gonna look
1250.
good.
It's 1250.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. If you're fucking like meth head, 1250 is a steak dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or at least a night of meth. Actually, I have no idea. But yeah, so Dave and I got hit by the car. The bruise on my arm that was the size of a
Sacagawea
Sacagawea coin. I think Dave fell on top of me and his elbow went into my arm.
Oh, that makes sense.
But like nothing is
now
broken.
I know how big Dave's elbow is.
Yeah, the size of a
Sacagawea.
Sacagawea coin. And
I bet mine's more like 50-cent piece.
I feel like mine's like really sharp. Look how sharp
Ooh,
it is.
that
I
is
feel like
sharp.
it's probably
you
like,
could fit just a penny on top.
dude, honestly,
Dime.
nickel or dime. Nickel or dime. I feel like a nickel.
Maxim, is a penny bigger than a nickel?
It's smaller.
a penny is smaller than a nickel, but bigger than a dime.
Okay.
I love how we're asking Maxim all of our coin-related questions because he has glasses or whatever.
Coin pod. I'm gonna get a lot of.
How did you get hit by the car? Did they run a red?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. I keep getting stuck on.
Yeah,
coins.
I know you keep asking about fucking coins while I'm talking about being hit by a car. But so basically what happened, so Flushing is a pretty like main street in like North Brooklyn, and we were on a side street, crossing a side street that intersects perpendicularly with
those ones are weird.
Flushing.
I'm always nervous.
And
about
so the
those.
guy was taking a left, and in order to like make this left, he like zoomed through, and we were in the crosswalk, and he like knocked us on our ass. And I like immediately jump up and I rip open his door and I start screaming at him because I'm a psychopath.
Also similar to the robbery.
Similar to the
Allie
robbery.
Screaming.
Yeah. Confirmed fight or flight. I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really think. Truly, in my bones, I was like, I like seem like a tough guy, but I don't like think that I am.
Yeah.
I guess I might be a tough guy. Who knows? But so I rip open the door and I start screaming at this guy. It's like a 50-year-old like Hispanic dude who's like, please do not call the police. Yeah, and we are like, okay, but say you're sorry. Because I was like, I don't know, every morning I wake up and I just see on the news the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it gets more fucked up every single day. And I'm like, it sucks that we got hurt. We're not like seriously injured. I'm not getting this guy fucking deported for hitting us with his car, and we're not injured.
Did he apologize?
No, but he was literally, dude, this guy was like, no, you guys are fine. You're fine. And Dave's like, what if something's broken? He's like, it's not broken. He was like literally trying to save his ass so much, but in the process looking like such an asshole. Yeah. And like, I don't know, there's just kind of like no getting through to him in any way. We took a picture of his license plate in case we like actually got hurt and we had to like do something about it because we weren't going to pay those hospital bills. But yeah, so that's basically it. And then we went to the second restaurant that we had a reservation at, and we walk in, we're like, we have a reservation at 9:45, and they're like, okay, yeah, so the table's
They
not...
look at your bruises and they're like,
I know, yeah.
Do you want us to call someone?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
bring you over.
And I'm like, he hit me, and I point at Dave. But
this was your exit plan from the relationship?
No, I hired that guy to hit us with a car.
Yeah.
But we walk in and they're like, oh yeah, like your table's not ready yet, but we'll seat you at the bar. And we're like, okay. So we sit there. Dave goes to the bathroom. He's in the bathroom for like maybe 10 minutes. He comes back. Not a single person has asked for our order. And I'm like, honestly, fuck this. Let's go home. Because we're both like so sore.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day. And we made a reservation. And I get it. It's Valentine's Day. They're probably behind on tables. But I was like, yo, if you're going to sit me at the fucking... I worked in restaurants for a very long time. If you're going to sit me at the fucking bar, because I made a reservation, I'm here on time, you sit me at the bar because my table's not ready, that's totally fine. If you don't get me a fucking drink in 2 minutes, I'll blow this place up. Or I'll leave politely, which is what I did.
That time I would call it flight.
Yeah, that was flight. I know. I wasn't about to, go ham on this
did you like
poor French restaurant.
Did you stomp on your way out? Because that could be considered fight.
No,
just showing a threat.
But
like
Dave,
that is enough.
It's so funny because Dave's the sweetest man in the world. He's like, he's like, hey man, we're gonna go. So that's Dave's fight.
That's my fight too, probably.
He's like, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
So here's the situation.
Yeah,
we're not staying for dinner.
Dave calmly and politely explaining that we're not going to stay. Yeah.
Man, that sucks. Did you guys do something the next day?
No, we were sore for the entire weekend. I was literally like,
yeah, those bruises were crazy.
I didn't go to work on that Tuesday or Wednesday because when I was sitting at my desk, I couldn't sit at my desk because if I put my arms down on my desk to work, my elbows hurt.
Okay, so just for people to imagine how crazy these bruises are.
They were fucking
nuts. This is like how big they were. It's like you're wearing a long sleeve. If you were wearing a long sleeve shirt and you accidentally dipped it in your glass of water. Yeah. It's covering that entire section.
Or those like tweed jackets that have the
patch?
The patch on the elbow.
Bigger than that.
It was like, it was like probably, it was probably like this, this big around. Yeah. Like on both my elbows.
And we don't even have a coin for that.
And there's no coin.
That's what we need.
It was a buffalo nickel, coins. Dude. So yeah.
Monster coin. Let's make that coin.
Totally.
We'll make it out of a bunch
of it'll be worth 0.1 cent. Just to make it extra confusing for anybody who comes here from another country trying to deal with our cash.
I miss thinking having coins was so interesting. I know how excited I could get as a young person.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have like a bucket of change in your apartment?
No.
Really?
I have like a tiny wallet that I put some of my quarters in after laundry.
Okay.
But no, I don't have a big... We used to when I was a kid, we had that.
I have
and I would count it all the time.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'd spread out all the coins.
Yeah.
You
Totally.
just lay down on all of them flat. It's like a cooling, like calming effect.
Yeah. And
I didn't
then
do that.
Smell like period blood for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But every apartment I've had for the past.
My first period, I was like, I know this.
Like, this smells like pennies. Actually, when I got this is a true story. My dog, Miss Charlotte, the one who ate all the guinea pigs, would eat pads and tampons all the time.
Oh yeah. Our dog
So like sometimes she would smell like period blood, and when I got my period, I was like, I smell like Miss Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. Can't believe our dog walked around just smelling like blood all the time.
Yeah. Trouble used to eat everything in the toilet.
Dude,
or the bathroom too. Yeah.
I know, it's labs, dude.
And he ate his own poop. Did Charlotte do that?
His own poop?
Oh yeah.
Wait, as an adult dog?
When we got him, he was eating his own poop. He might have forgotten. Like maybe he pooped a while back and then saw it in the yard.
Whoa. No, the puppies eat their own poop, and that's pretty common.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this dog, I don't know what happened before we got him.
A little touch.
He was terrible. Yeah. He's the one that bit us and peed everywhere. I think he just had nothing.
How long did you have that dog for?
Forever. My dad tried to get rid of him so many times.
Oh wait, he wasn't a lab, right?
No, he was
a little dog, right?
He was like a Lopso mix.
Okay, yeah. So he's like a little white fluffy dog. Yeah.
Those long tails.
Gotcha. For some reason I thought he was a lab because you've had multiple labs.
Yeah.
Like Claire and Olive are labs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I thought it was a lab.
Just terrible. Bit everybody. We kept him for like probably 10 more years.
Ugh, that's the thing about those tiny dogs. They never die.
Well, my dad constantly was like, we have to get rid of this dog. Like he's biting neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
You know?
God, that's so
You
funny.
can't really keep it. But then I would cry uncontrollably in the kitchen. I remember this one time, he's telling me we got to get rid of Trouble. And I'm sad again. And I'm like, I love that dog. You can see all my patterns. They start so early.
Even though he just bit you on the face.
He just bit me. My lips are bleeding. I can't go to school.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that dog. And I was crying like crazy. I remember like laying on the kitchen floor, just like wailing about not getting rid of Trouble. So we kept him for forever because I think my dad just couldn't bring himself to it. And then I finally was like, all right, okay. Like I was old enough to be like, we can't keep this dog. He's hurting people. And then my little brother started taking my place. So we kept him for like another 5 years.
It's a cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
Another 5 years. Holy shit.
He was pretty old when we put him down.
Man.
He was not doing well. He was pretty sickly looking at that time. He was old. He had like cataracts and stuff.
Yeah.
And did I tell you what happened when we put him down?
No. He came back to life and bit the nurse.
I wasn't there, but my dad told me he takes him to the place. They're in the waiting room, getting ready to be called. And Trouble just poops right in the middle of the waiting room. There's other people there. Like that was his final.
Dude, one more.
That's what he did his entire life.
One more fuck you.
One more time. That was his way out.
Oh God.
I mean, I feel bad though for that dog because he was just however he was raised.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. Like
poor thing.
I mean, obviously
he didn't know.
You guys have pets and you like are a good like animal having family.
Thank God we had another pet and we did fine. It wasn't just like us.
I know, totally. But yeah, so he must have been pretty fucked up in order to do all that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do we talk about Trouble?
I don't know. Should we get into our
Coins?
stories?
Okay, yeah, let's get into our stories.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You can go ahead.
I'll go. Okay, so this I might have told you the story before. When I was in high school, me and my boyfriend ran from the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you this?
No. This is the drummer boyfriend?
The drummer boyfriend, just to remind everyone, trying to talk. We're at a cafe. He's drumming on his chest, not asking me any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I used to go to his place and hang out. And he was playing some video game, whatever was popular back then.
Oh my God, classic.
Like, yeah.
classic like high school romance.
He'd have me watch him play video games for like 3 hours.
Yeah, you show up and you just watch them play video games or play guitar poorly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you act like you like it.
And I did think I liked it at the time just because I wanted a boyfriend.
Totally. Yeah.
Man, oh man. That was tough. And then I'd be there. I wouldn't even be thinking about us hanging out. I would just be like, because I had an eating disorder. So I was just like, I feel so fat. Do I look fat? I'd be getting ready to go to his place, but I would have like binge ate for the whole afternoon. So then I was like, no, I can't go to Brandon's now.
What a, like.
And then I'd get there and probably be so awkward, but you didn't notice because he's playing his game.
Men will never ever understand that you, they'll be like, why did you just watch him play video games if you didn't like watching video games? And you're like, well, I had an eating disorder, so I wasn't thinking about anything else.
No, I was watching the game, but then like, probably had like a graph of my calorie consumption for the last week in my head. You know?
Totally.
I was like watching the game as though it was that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I ate too much peanut butter.
Okay, only one almond for the rest of the year.
Now you have to run all day tomorrow.
Yeah. Dude, eating disorder logic it's obviously
so crazy.
It's obviously not funny that people have eating disorders, but when you just like boil it down to the things that your brain does to justify having an eating disorder, it's so insane.
Yeah. I remember saying this to my grandma one time. I don't know if she knew like that I really had a problem, but I remember saying to her once, she was asking me something about, I don't know, the diet I was on or something. I don't know what happened, but I remember telling her like, yeah, you know, I thought about it and sometimes I'm like, I'll just sleep until 2 so that I don't eat for half the day. That was like another strategy. I was like, if I sleep, I won't eat any calories.
Oh my God. And here's the thing. When you get deep into that eating disorder shit, sleeping is really easy.
Yes, it is.
Your body isn't getting enough nutrition.
No.
So you're like, wait, I'll just go to sleep for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nuts.
Man, I'm so glad I don't have that mindset anymore. That was crazy. I remember learning later on, like about more extreme things that I'm glad I didn't learn at that time.
Yeah.
Like people eating cotton to make themselves feel full.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do not distribute this advice.
Yeah.
Widely.
It's horrible.
Terrible.
Ugh,
there was an Instagram. I was actually reminded of that yesterday because there was this Instagram post about a dog that it had to get surgery because it had eaten like 44 different items of clothing. It had
How the fuck does that happen?
It had like 20 full, like whole socks in its stomach, scrunchies, just other like random bits of clothes. It had an entire onesie.
What?
Yeah.
It had to have been a lab, by the way.
It was like I saw a picture. It was like not a Saint Bernard, but like something of similar size and color.
Oh, like a
but it's
Bernese
black
mountain dog?
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck?
Crazy, right?
How do you do that?
And I was like, that dog must have thought it was so full.
Yeah. You were like, that dog has an eating disorder.
Yeah.
It's eating socks so it won't have a meal.
I don't want any gravy on my dry food. No, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was like so miserable to... Sorry, this is unrelated.
No. It's totally fine.
But I think I was like so miserable to hang out with too. I remember at lunch, like I was I'd eat the same exact thing every day and it would be barely anything, you know? And I had my friends, Sierra and Lene.
Yeah.
They were probably kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
And they would have fun food and I would be like, no.
You'd be like, I'll just have my single celery stick. Thank you. Yeah.
And then I'd go to Sierra's and her parents would make like really fun breakfast whenever we'd sleep over, like pancakes and eggs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I would be like, no. I remember going out to dinner. I would just be so upset because it was like this test I had to be in.
Yeah, because
constantly.
You're in, like, when you are thinking about food in that way, when you go out to eat with people, it's like you're on
I'm gonna
stage.
fail now.
Also, it's like there's this weird theater about it, right? So it's like you're in front of a bunch of people and you're all eating together and you have to like order food and then make sure you eat it, or like, it's just like a weird thing.
Yeah.
To like navigate.
And it's like I wasn't there hanging out and talking to people and getting to know them because all I could think about was trying not to eat too much food. So bad. Anyway, that's the state I was in when I was dating this drummer guy.
So it all makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So it all makes sense why you were acting this way. You're fucking crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, one time he was like a skater as well, you know? And
of course.
His friends were all skaters and in bands and stuff. Pretty cool. What a cool teenager who wasn't really doing any of that. Was just thinking about food.
Yeah, I know. Dude, also, by the way, there was no hot guys in bands at my high school. Like, there were guys who were in bands and guys who were musicians.
Yeah.
But they were all, like, they weren't, like, a skater boy, like, kind of guys. They were, like, Dungeons and Dragons goths.
Oh,
does that make sense?
This guy liked Dungeons and Dragons, too.
Yeah, I guess, like, maybe they, like, theoretically, those guys could have been hot, but they just were not at my high school. Yeah. Also, I went to high school in a farming community, so that's probably has a lot to do with it. Everybody's corn-fed as fuck. Everybody has a unibrow. Anyway,
so we're at a skate park. I'm just like hanging out. Now I'm watching him skate. I'm watching him play video games. Now I'm at the skate park watching him skate. Oh my God. There's no girls for me to hang out with.
Ugh,
it's just the dudes skating around. But I was having fun, I guess, at the time. And I'm like, oh my God, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
But the cops came only because we were like at the skate park kind of late. Like it had technically closed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's not a big deal. It's not like we're going to get
Nobody's getting
arrested.
Trouble. Yeah.
No.
They're going to tell you to leave. Yeah.
They're just going to say leave. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a warning or something.
Totally. Because you guys are white. They would just be like, please leave.
Yeah. But we saw them pull up and we all decided to run. And then
classic shit, dude.
And there was a group of, I don't know, it was probably like 7 of us or something. And the cops followed us because we ran.
Yes, of course.
I think we knew that kind of, but
yeah,
it was like almost like we thought it'd be fun, but also probably we thought it seemed more serious than it was.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops follow us and the group splits. It's me and my boyfriend and then the rest of the group. And the cops keep just following us too.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm freaking out. I'm like,
God.
I'm supposed to be like a good student and stuff.
Totally.
You know? My parents would be so mad.
And also you can't run for that long because you had no energy.
Yeah.
Because you only had an
How did I do
that?
Or maybe I ate too much that day and I was like, good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you were like,
this
wow.
is exactly what I needed.
Wow, I had a whole chicken breast. And you're like, running like a gazelle. You do this and then you fly into the air. Anyway,
there's not much more to the story except that it was just stupid that we ran like that. And then me and him hid under a car. We got under a car, hid under there for like probably like 10 minutes or something.
Wow.
We saw them drive by. That's it. It was just stupid that we ran.
It's so dumb. Well, also at
and
that
then
age,
I was like, oh, this is romantic. Or like,
we're like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like when you're a high schooler, like you don't know that like cops are just scary.
Yeah.
No matter what. And you just don't know that they're going to show up and be like, what are you guys doing here? And you guys are going to be like, skating. And they're going to be like, okay, well, the park is closed. So please leave.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, we're going to get arrested. And then they run.
Go.
Yeah, totally.
And it becomes this like, also the guy I was dating, he was very much like anti everything.
Totally.
So I think to him, he was like, this is me fucking the cops.
Yeah.
You know?
But also making his life harder, by the way.
Yeah.
Totally.
And making his girlfriend become a part of it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
God. That's so crazy.
That's my stupid story. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
I'll get into my stupid story. I thought of this the other day, but this actually also has to do with cops and also not understanding the law because you're young.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was younger, so have you watched Cops when you were a kid, or you saw like episodes of it and stuff? So like when people are like pulled over for drunk driving, one of the things that cops they either used to ask or they still ask, they're like, can you say the alphabet backwards?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And people couldn't do it because they were drunk. I also don't think people can do it regularly. I think
it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could do it really slowly.
Yeah, I would have to really think about it.
Yeah.
But like I remember like watching Cops and then being like, oh shit, I don't know the alphabet backwards. I was like 12.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I don't know the alphabet backwards. And being like really afraid that I would get arrested.
Yeah.
For not knowing the alphabet backwards.
Yeah.
So I like really, really learned.
You practiced it?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, this way I'll like know it in case. Also, like, I don't think I made the connection in my dumb 12-year-old brain that like you have to get drunk, then drive, then get pulled over, and then say
and have
the
a cop
alphabet
that
backwards.
Does this specific thing.
Yeah, totally. In order for me to get in trouble, but I was like, what if I see a cop and he needs me to say the alphabet backwards?
You thought it just could be any cop experience?
Yeah, totally. Like,
hey, what's the alphabet backwards?
Like, yeah, like the guy
Your
would
hands
come in.
are up.
Yeah, the guy would come in for like the DARE program at my school, and I'd be like ZYXWUT, just like doing the entire fucking thing. So for I remember just like it occupying so much of my brain space as a fucking 12-year-old, being like, I really got to know this alphabet backwards. It's like, I forget who has this joke. I think it's John Mulaney, but he's like, I really thought quicksand would be a bigger issue than it ended up being. Yeah. And it's like, that's how I feel about saying the alphabet backwards.
Yeah.
I was like, what if I don't know the alphabet backwards and a cop asks me and then I get a DUI? And I was like 12, being afraid of getting a fucking DUI because I couldn't remember the alphabet backwards.
That's so funny.
I was like, what if I get a fucking DUI unjustly because I can't say the alphabet backwards?
You're practicing every day. You could have learned violin or something.
I know.
You're doing
I did that instead. I did that instead. And here I am. Man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Kids are dumb.
I guess I didn't. I also remember worrying about that, but I guess not enough because I didn't practice it. I probably practiced it once or twice. I was like, I'm giving up on this.
Oh, yeah. No, I was committed to the bit. I do not remember it anymore, though.
Did you think that's why your brother had problems before? It was all the alphabet.
No, I knew he was like robbing and lighting woods on fire and shit. I knew he was like breaking into houses and shit.
They can't do anything to you if you know the alphabet backwards. That's the law.
You can break into our neighbor's house as long as you know the alphabet backwards, Owen. You're a fucking idiot.
The cops like trying to get into your home.
Yeah.
You don't know about warrants. You're like, well, do you know the alphabet backwards?
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like,
you think
excuse
it goes
me,
both
sir.
ways?
Yeah. No, it's just, yeah, totally.
You're just safe if you know the alphabet backwards, no matter who you are.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's like having like a secret password where guys are like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Yeah. I didn't know who I was fucking with.
Yeah, suddenly you're like really respectable.
Yeah. They salute me. They're like, have a nice day.
You never know. It might become a thing of the future. Things are changing rapidly.
I don't know. Honestly,
I think to know the alphabet backwards again.
I think knowing the alphabet like frontwards is a good thing today.
It's pretty good.
I don't know. Everybody's on TikTok. Okay, let me tell you something about fucking TikTok, bro. I will watch.
It's been a while since Allie did this.
Dude, I know that people are fucking stupid because I will be on TikTok and a video will come up of somebody like popping a pimple. I really like these videos of people popping pimples. Do you like them or do you hate them? Because it's pretty polarizing.
I don't like them at all. And the other day, Instagram showed me it's like a stim thing, I guess, but it's like a pimple pop. It's like a fake.
Oh, yes.
You've seen this?
Yeah, they're like fake.
And you pop beads out of a nose kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like replicate it.
Totally.
And I even thought that was disgusting, even though it's abstracted.
Well, I love the pimple popping videos.
But I watched a lot of it too.
Yeah. Oh.
But every bead, I was like, what? I was just mad at every part.
You're like, God, this is disgusting. 45 minutes later, you're sitting there watching it. You're ordering it. You're like, I hate this so much. But like, this is how I know people are fucking stupid. I was watching a pimple popping video, and I know you don't use TikTok that much, but the way that TikTok works is if you post a video and you talk about something in the video, say you talk about saying the alphabet backwards, and people after seeing your video immediately search alphabet backwards, that search result will come up as a suggested thing underneath the video. So it's like if somebody's talking about something in the news or if they're talking about a celebrity and people are like, who's that celebrity? And then they search it on TikTok immediately after, it'll be a a requested thing at the bottom. So instead of you having to type it in, you just click it and you're still on TikTok. And it's a really smart idea because then people don't Google anything. They just look it up on TikTok. You know what I mean? So they never leave the app.
Yeah.
So I was watching a video of a pimple being popped. And they do this shit all the time on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah.
It'll be like the start of it, but they won't like show the good parts.
Like how they put parts of porns behind a paywall, but not the lead up.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly like that. And I'm like, I can't believe I watched this fucking video. In the search bar below it was pimple part 2. And I was like, everybody on this app is a fucking idiot. Pimple part 2?
Yeah.
You think this pimple is going to come up if you search pimple part 2,
Every
bro.
pimple's unique.
I'm like, there's a million pimples on this app.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I cannot believe how fucking stupid people are that they're like, pimple part 2, and it'll come, the exact pimple will come up.
It'd be so funny, though, if you did see someone, like the search was a very specific search describing that pimple.
I mean, that would
like
be
in
smart.
The most
that would be
way.
smart.
It would be, but
I would have
really
more
funny
hope
to
for
see
society
that
if that was the case,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Pimple part 2. Fuck you. It's crazy.
I guess it could show up a bunch of pimple part 2s, and then maybe you could find it.
Yeah, maybe.
It would take a lot of time.
That's the thing, is like...
But if you're that horny for the pimple, like, you will take
horny
the time.
is such a good way to describe
I mean, the like, matches with the porn situation are very...
No, it's very that, because it's also, it's like the money shot in porn, basically.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm looking for that squirt, dude. Yeah, I'm looking for it to be done.
Even though it's like, it's so easy to imagine, but you have to know what happens with that one.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
I've seen so many pimples popped.
Yeah.
And I've seen the other thing a lot too.
Brittany, that's
so
disgusting.
I can imagine it myself, you know?
Oh, so you don't look at porn.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
but
dude, every once in a while, we can cut this out if you want. Brittany will be like,
so I looked
at porn today. Yeah. My annual looking at porn.
Once or twice a year.
She looks at porn once or twice a year, and she tells me about it. She's like, so,
guess what, Allie?
It's that time of year again. I looked at porn.
Yeah. Same with my vibrator. It's a once or twice a year
once
thing.
a year.
And I'm like, Allie.
You're like, hey, guess what? I used my vibrator the other day. You're like, do I look different? Is something different about me? And I'm like, did you get highlights? And you're like, I used my vibrator. That's what I did.
Man, that's so funny.
Oh, man.
Were we in the middle of something? You're telling a story.
No, that was basically it. That I was terrified of.
Oh, yeah. How stupid people are. Yeah.
Well, I was also just terrified of, like a cop arresting me for a DUI when I was 12 because I couldn't remember the fucking alphabet backwards.
Yeah. I told you about that time. I'm pretty sure I did it on the pod. But I was selling bracelets as a kid on the
yes,
street.
and the cop came up and was like, do you have a fucking license?
He said, do you have a business license? And I got freaked out, packed up immediately. I think about this guy a lot.
That guy
he has no face in my mind, but I have a lot of anger towards him.
That guy, and I do not mean this lightly, he should be shot. He should be fucking shot. Imagine going up to like a fucking, how old were you? Like 8 or something?
Yeah,
like
7,
really
8,
young.
Probably.
Imagine going to a fucking 7-year-old and being like, excuse me, do you have a business? Like, imagine big dogging a fucking, how small does your dick have to be for you to big dog a 7-year-old selling friendship bracelets? Like, literally, I hope you're dead. I hope I will kill you with a gun. Yeah. I don't give a shit.
God, I wonder how he felt when he drove off. Like,
I'm sure he felt like a
better
big
about
man.
Himself.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, that's right. I'm getting illegal businesses off the street.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
fuck
like
you.
When my mom would play us in air hockey as kids and she'd beat us and she'd be so proud. She'd talk about it like it really meant something.
God, that's
like,
so
can
funny.
Can you let us have this?
Yeah. That is so fucking funny because it's like, I guess if you were a stay-at-home mom, maybe I would understand that logic where you're like, you're like, okay, like this is the only I don't have a lot of excitement. It's a lot of work, but I'm gonna get one over on my kids.
Yeah. I'll let them win most of them, but I'm gonna win every
totally.
song.
But she like works in the medical profession. She's like,
yeah,
she has like a full career.
Yeah,
and she's like, finally a win.
Yeah, she's so competitive.
It's so funny.
Did I tell you about that game I talked about on the pod? I won't re-describe the whole thing, but you have to draw and you have to like fit in.
Yeah.
So you seem like you know what's going on with all the other people's drawings.
Yes.
Did I tell you when we played it with my mom?
No.
Oh my God. Because she is so competitive at any type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like card games, she will start freaking out if she's losing.
Mm-hmm.
Or if she wins, she'll like really taunt everyone and be like, make it seem like a really big deal that she's winning. But then if she starts to lose, she'll just be like, this doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, totally. That's
totally
what I'm like, too,
tune.
honestly, to be completely honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dave we'll play Mario Kart. Also, Dave is kind of...
I don't care.
He's so good at pissing me the fuck off only specifically in Mario Kart. He'll like, we'll go through like one round and he'll be above me and he's like, sorry, Allie, I'm confused. What's more, 14 or 12? Which one do you think is more? Oh, 14's more, and that's mine. Okay, cool. And I'm like, I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you, dude. I'm like, I hate this so much. And I'm like, all right, we'll battle again.
So we're playing this drawing game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're the X, you're supposed to try and fit in.
Yeah, but you don't know
you don't know what you're drawing.
Yes.
But you can see cues from everybody else.
Yeah.
So if you're assigned the X, the fake artist,
yeah,
then you need to just fit in with your drawing and with your attitude and everything.
Everybody is on the same page about something except for one person, and the one person is trying to pretend like they are in, because everybody else is trying to guess who the person is who isn't in on it.
My mom cares so much about games, but she was not good at this.
Mm-hmm.
She would like every time, like she'd be normal when she was not the person lying.
Yeah.
She'd be fine. As soon as she got the lying thing, she was assigned that, she would immediately become like very quiet and weird. Just like terrible at just fitting in. She changed so quickly.
She started looking at you like this. She was like,
yes. Yeah, she did. Like she was about to laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, it's not good that you're like, you don't need, you're not proud of this.
She should never play poker.
No. But then, so then we'd start to draw, and whenever she was the fake one, she would start drawing, and as soon as she put her pen on the paper, she would be like, she'd look up at everybody with the face like, I don't know what I'm doing. It felt like she was doing a bit. Like, it'd be funny if it was like, this is exactly what you don't do.
Yeah, totally.
It's like in the instruction, like if they had a YouTube instruction for it, it'd be like, how not to fit in as the X.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she even told my dad, like the next day or next morning we woke up, and my dad said that she like couldn't sleep because she was trying to think about ways she could be better.
Oh my God.
She was like disappointed in herself, and she thought about it all night.
Damn. I mean, she did suck at it sounds like.
Yeah. But that's how much she cares about winning games.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't sleep.
She needs to. She needs to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn.
Should we do this rat news real quick and then the post?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
We could do the short post then.
Yeah. Also, oh my God, I have this story that we have to read.
Oh. How long is it? Maybe we could do that one today.
Oh yeah, let's do it. It's like short like the other post that we looked at. So we'll do that.
Ooh, we're gonna do a listener story.
Hell yeah.
All right. I think I sent you this on Instagram, but I also ended up opening an article and reading more about it. It's the anglerfish, the way they mate. Did you open this?
I didn't open it, but I know
I knew you would
literally
know
because the male is parasitic, correct?
Yeah.
And he latches onto the female. If you see an anglerfish with the little like book light, that's the female.
Yes.
The male will
bite
the woman and then become a parasite and then pump sperm into her.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
He becomes completely dependent on her.
Yes.
They just are merged for the rest of their lives.
Dude, he bites onto her and then becomes like an organism on her. Yes.
Yeah. He's like just another... Yeah. He's an organ of hers.
Yes, totally. He's like,
and she has to get rid of all her T cells, the fighter cells, whichever ones those are.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because otherwise they constantly react.
Oh my God, yeah, and it's
so
like
she has to get rid of all of her immune cells for this guy. She's just giving everything up.
She just has to change everything about herself for this guy. And then she has this weird skin tag.
Yeah. They did in the article, there's a heading that says, a toxic relationship.
It's so fucking funny.
It's just like whoever wrote this has been in this before. They see everything through that lens.
Dude, I also know girls like this, where it's like, they're like, a woman who like is a nice person, a good friend, smart, went to college, has a career, does all that shit, and then her boyfriend is like drinks Monster all the fucking time, and like he shows up.
My dad loves Monster, which I do think is a problem.
He's the boyfriend that like shows up to the hang, and then the girlfriend is like basically like raising him. She's like, say hello to everyone.
I love these.
Say hello to everyone.
These reels that are like, just trying to like get your boyfriend used to like socializing.
Totally.
Like he's a toddler.
Yeah. Like she walks in, she's like, take off your shoes, take off your say hi, say hello. Like it's a shy kid. Yeah. Totally. I know so many people like that. It's a real thing. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the rat news for today.
That's some pretty cool stuff.
Disgusting. Read more about it.
Dude, honestly, I'm going to be so for real. You know that anglerfish that went to the surface and there's like a video of it?
We've talked about this 3 times on the pod, which is fine.
It's fine.
I mean, I brought it up.
It should be more than fine, but
it's topical. We're finally doing topical material.
Yeah. And I'm not joking, have seen it whenever it comes up, I have myself a little cry.
What?
I have myself a little cry.
Because of the world?
No, because there's like this, what people have been like projecting onto it is this like symbolism of her, like obviously like I think people were like, yeah, the fish is like probably dying and it's like internal compass is off. So it's probably going the wrong way.
No, it's like dementia.
But yeah, it's kind of like that. But people have been like personifying it and being like, oh, she knew she was dying, so she just wanted to see the sun.
Oh.
So every time I see it, I'm like,
oh man. It's like I decide to go to space or to...
Yeah. I'm just like proud of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Aw.
I'm just like proud of her and I'm like, you go, girl. I don't know. I'll have myself a little cry about that anglerfish any fucking time of day. And then...
I'll try and cry next time I see it.
Bro, I saw that... I've seen the video a million fucking times. Then I saw a video of how big the anglerfish was.
How big is it?
It's like this big.
What?
Yeah. The anglerfish is literally the size of like a empanada. I don't know why. That's the first thing.
Man.
A Sacagawea coin.
I know. It's like 5 Sacagaweas.
It's like, yeah, it's probably like 4 Sacagaweas across and 3 Sacagaweas tall.
Yeah.
Dude, I love saying Sacagawea.
Man, it looks so much bigger.
I know. You think it's going to be like this, like the size of a cat, but it's the size of like a beanie baby, smaller than a beanie baby.
Okay, this is not about size. Well, it kind of is. One researcher likened them to a satanic potato.
I don't think that they should talk about her like that, to be completely honest, but...
I mean,
satanic
look how goofy
potato.
she looks. She looks silly. She looks fun, right?
They look so cool, dude.
Yeah.
I love deep sea animals. They're so ugly and weird.
Man, it's too bad you can't get one of these for your aquarium.
I know. I would have to have like tons and tons of pressure in the water to keep it alive. Because they're like at the bottom of the Mariana Trench and shit.
All their organs would just like expand.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be wild.
Okay, I'm going to read this story because... Okay. So this is a listener.
Thank you for writing in.
Thank you so much for writing in.
Send us your stories.
Send us your stories. And I will...
Even the feet guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk about, if you want to send us stories and talk about your fucking foot fetish shit, we'll read it and we'll make fun of you.
You could send us a story about our feet. Like an animated, like whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be sexual, please.
All right,
I was
Brittany.
thinking more like just whatever you want. I think it'll be stupid. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Brittany's talking about the guys who comment on our YouTube that are like, "Can I be your slave, please?"
Yeah, and then they'll put timestamps up for when our feet are both up here.
Yeah,
like right now.
Yeah, I don't think that they're
taking them
back
down. I can't be myself.
So this person, I don't know. I'm not gonna say. I feel weird saying people's names if they don't give me explicit permission.
Yeah, same.
But this person wrote in after we had a podcast where we talked about how everybody has like a weird story about how a hamster died in their family. So if you have a story like that, please write in. Yeah, it's just like
mostly heart attacks.
Yeah. Totally.
Music was playing too loud, heart attack. It was Dr. Dre.
Yeah, no, Leah Palazzo, our Rat News correspondent, and my best friend from high school told a story about how her cousin's hamster crawled into one of those exercise bikes that has a fan running.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
And became like grated cheese. And then their home gym just smelled like dead rat for like months. Hamsters they have a death wish. Anyway, so this listener wrote in, thank you so much for writing in. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at the date that he wrote in, and it's October 10th. And I'm such a dumb bitch for forgetting. But okay. I'm listening to All Hamsters Die. I used to have a lab job and did CPR on a few rats because I exposed them to too much anesthesia and they stopped breathing. I would pull them up by their chest skin so the head went back with mouth open, and I'd blow air into the mouth from like an inch away. It worked most of the time if you did it right away.
Didn't we have on one of the stories from the original, there was someone doing CPR in a hamster?
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. He says, pump, 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 blow, etc.
And are you doing it too?
Totally.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Dude, that, or you know what else is also 100 beats per minute? Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. Oh, okay.
I guess it's the same. I don't know.
They have to put one out every century just for the updated generations. They should do more.
Yeah, they should do once every decade at least.
Yeah.
I just left Petco and was noticing how male guinea pigs are about $60 and female guinea pigs are $53.
What?
I asked about it and was told those males are, quote, premium and the females are, quote, just regular. Now I want to know what makes a female premium versus regular. I think you clowns are premium, by the way, if anybody asks.
Wait. The females are premium.
No, the males are premium. That's why they're 60.
I thought you switched it.
And so he was like, what makes the females premium?
Giving birth to males and females.
Yeah, that's right. Carrying the world on their backs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listening to others' emotions, having ours quietly.
Creating
dealing
life.
with ours ourselves or with each other.
Creating life from their loins. Making every king. I don't know. Maybe something like that.
Every king.
Maybe feeding the world with our tits. Maybe something like that. Maybe that's what makes us premium.
Yeah.
Ever think about that?
Mm-hmm.
And what do men have? Upper body strength? Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's why they make every war.
Legs that almost never make sense with their bodies.
I know. Every man I've ever met.
It's always like the legs are random.
I know.
Randomly given to you.
They're randomly assorted. Totally. Whole body goes together. Legs randomly assorted.
Legs is like last minute, like it's forgotten, and then it's like, give him these ones.
Does Dwayne have skinny legs?
No.
Oh, okay.
His legs actually make sense with his body.
Gotcha.
Random. It's random.
But it is
sometimes
completely
you get ones
random,
that make
dude.
sense.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
way
so
strange.
That happens way less with women. Women normally have matching legs.
Yes, women definitely have matching legs. 100%.
So that's why we're premium.
Yeah. I guess we're $53 as opposed to $60 in this fucking Petco. But thank you for writing in.
Yeah, thank you.
If anybody wants to write in, please fucking do. Our email, you can either DM us on Instagram or you can email us at worthlessclownspod@gmail.com.
Yep. I think there's probably another one in there somewhere we haven't read in a while. We've been
I know, yeah.
We've been out of control.
That's true.
But we love the stories.
We love the stories. Everybody who writes in, I love it. Like, the people who write in, we had somebody send an email with no words in it, just an attachment of a picture of a rat. And I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Just a regular picture?
No, it was
they saw, did it look like?
No,
or?
I think we saw it. It was like, maybe it was the horse toilet that I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like there was almost no text.
Yeah.
And somebody was just like, Brittany should see this. And it's just a picture of a horse toilet.
Oh, wait. I have a final thing from a listener today. Someone tagged me on Instagram
Dude, fuck yeah.
Oh God. Stop playing.
What is going on?
I don't use this enough, so I get stressed. Oops, I accidentally liked that.
Oh my God, Brittany, what the fuck is happening?
I don't use this enough, so when it always is like, oh, we're right here. We have a video for you. You know? I'm not used to that.
Talking about Instagram?
TikTok.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm normally on Instagram, and it doesn't
TikTok
just
always
immediately
starts.
go.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't open this app. I get freaked out every time. But somebody sent me this. So this is Underwater Space Bimbo. Thank you for sharing this this video. They just commented Brittany Cardwell. Like, this video is me. Mm-hmm. And here it is.
Every time I see a video of a horse running as fast as it can, I just start crying, like, hysterically, immediately. It's just a natural reaction. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. They're just so majestic.
Oh my God.
And I just love horses so much.
This is you with your anglerfish
Dude, that's
video.
me. Yes. No, 100%. Anglerfish video is for me, and horses running at full speed is for you. Because you're like, that's so...
And man, those blinking videos, slow motion blinking horses.
Totally.
I never get those anymore. Send me some slow-mo horses blinking.
Oh my God.
I miss that. To metal, preferably.
Yeah, I know. It's always like...
There was some to like pop, but I didn't like electronic.
It's not the same. Yeah, and the algorithm figured that out really quick about you.
Yeah, they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a beautiful horse, like in slow motion, like shaking its mane and blinking, and then there's like metal music. I
have such a strong memory of that Appaloosa.
Yes.
Like it's like gray and black Appaloosa, shaggy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful video.
I get those
beautiful motorcycle.
I get the equivalent video of people with like huge pit bulls, or like huge, like they'll have like a Cane Corso or something, like one of those huge guard dogs that like look mad tough. And it's like some guy holding it on the end of a leash, and it's like lunging and barking, but it's in slow motion, and then there's like music played over it. Like,
and the dog's like, will you at least apologize?
Yeah. And I'm like, we're not calling the cops, but you gotta say sorry.